Capitals and the Washington Commanders.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just rolled the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up the scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it to hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor to come on my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. But soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my bad had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking banks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go. I told my boys it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, enter party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Rock said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, plus we ain't
talking bulletproof kind of suit. Reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. Note the skies needed a voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington, might as well be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politic with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Watson. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 14. Mike 14. All right, let's get there. 14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Wentz going to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz, he'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 44 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, 15-0 here in the 1st quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson just beating the play clock. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson, off play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this up. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
52's the mic. I got a 52's the mic. Quit talking about it. Switch. Jab.
Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the red zone now, Wentz throwing the out route and complete. That's Oliver. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On play action, it's Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Shift. Pick the edge. Come. 36. Check 99.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Forced out to his left. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Back to throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52. Hey, watch the ball.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. Because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Check safety.
Now it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
SOS. Check. Kill.
Hunt. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Watch the
Running the sweep with McLaurin. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Logan Thomas, 35 yards. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike. And it's a fumble. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's see what you got. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the twist.
Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Watson looks to throw again. Another completion here to Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards there on a Washington first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Once more, Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go again with Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there on a Washington first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring.